Hi lovelies, welcome to Managing My Money with Rosa. Today I am going to unstuff my extra stuffed savings challenge envelope, and I am going to stuff and track and color in all of my savings challenge sheets. If you are new here, thanks so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it. I'd really like if you take a second and hit subscribe down below. I kind of got stuck in the 360s for like a week or two, and I'm trying really hard to get to 500, so I greatly appreciate if you'd hit subscribe for me. If you are a subscriber, thank you. I appreciate that you've come back to spend some extra time with me. Guys, everybody, please a thumbs up if you like my videos. I enjoy sharing my financial journey with you. So before I get started, a little bit about all of this craziness that's going on here. So every time I get paid or my husband gets paid or we get extra money, I set money aside in an envelope that I made to just house and hold on to all of my savings challenge funds. When it gets a little chunky, it tells me it's time to be stuffed. I also go grab all of my change so that I can stuff things as well. These envelopes all came from the Budget Mom. I was looking for an inexpensive way to get some cute envelopes to do all of my savings challenges. I did have to pay for ink, I did have to pay for cardstock, I did have to pay for tape, and I did have to take time to cut and glue or cut and tape everything. But I love them, I think they're wonderful, and this is what I've decided to stuff all of my savings challenges into. So let me get some things out of the way. I am going to start. I seem to have run out of room on my desk. We're going to have to get a bigger desk. I like to just kind of take it out, set it to the side. Don't need that anymore. So my nickel challenge is intentionally for emergency fund. I believe if you're going to save money, you should name the purpose of why you're saving that money. And the goal is to save an extra $3,339.75 by the time I have shaded in every one of these, and I think that would be a great emergency fund. Now, the point of the nickel challenge is to start with 5 cents, and every day you add 5 more cents. Well, unfortunately, I don't do too well with doing things in order. I kind of like to do my own thing. Because of that, I am not doing a nickel a day, mostly because some of these values, like, because I'm throwing change, $18.05, $18, $17.75, I don't know if I can save that every day. So instead, I take the money that I set aside for my nickel challenge, 20, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, $37. And we're going to need my magic calculator. Yes, it's magic because it does things that I tell it to and it just does it instantly. So I have $37, and then I'm going to put some change in there as well. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35 cents plus 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 cents plus 0.8 plus 10, 20, 30 more cents, 0.3. So all in all, I have $38.45. Did I say 38, right? Yes, $38.45 to put into my my nickel savings challenge. Now, I'm going to put all my change. I try to use a combination of things that I have around the house and then some things that I make that I think are prettier than those ugly things. And this is one of those ugly things that I use, but I have it. I'm hoping that it's going to be able to contain all of the change that I'm going to end up collecting on the savings challenge as it goes along. Oops, I threw some pennies. Hold on, I've got to go catch them. So my not so pretty container matches up with my much nicer envelope. So this is going to be a little loud. Hold on. Okay. And then I even labeled it so I knew what it was for. So if I forget, what is that jar for again? I can remember. It's for my 5-cent challenge. So we're going to take this, set all of that to the side. This is my emergency fund envelope. I'm going to just stuff in the $37 cash and put it in here. Now I need you to know it really bothers me that none of this is organized. Really bothers me, but I'm letting it go because I want to do all of that later when it's extra full and busting at the seams. So we'll put emergency over there. And now I need to figure out, I try to take the largest values. So I'm going to subtract 1805. Good. So that works. So let me shade this in. So when you do savings challenges, I strongly suggest that you do what works for your budget. What works for my budget isn't yours, and you need to make sure that you are doing things that work for you and your budget. So I'm going to do the next highest one, which was 18. We're just going to use the same color because they're not on the same row, or they're not next to each other. And just start saving somewhere. Now, I at some point came to realize I started way too many savings challenges. I need to go find $2.40. Is $2.40 on here? Yes, it is. I came to realize I was doing way too many savings challenges, had to reprioritize where my money was coming from because my budget all of a sudden could not handle, I think I have 8 savings challenges, it could not handle 8 savings challenges. So because of that, emergency, the nickel challenge gets $30 every month guaranteed because I split what would go into my sinking fund emergency. Half of it goes into my sinking fund envelope, half of it goes into my savings challenge. So it will continue to grow by roughly $30 every month, but sometimes it'll get a little bit more and sometimes it'll get a bit less, but I can't squeeze an extra $3,000 out of my budget unless something changes. So because of that, I just try to fill in where I can fill in. I have a feeling this is going to take me 2 years to get to, and I'm okay with that. Why? Because it's growing. It's doing what it's supposed to be doing. So there's my emergency fund. I'll stick that on the bottom. Oh, what is this? We don't need that. Next up are my 52-week savings challenges. This is where I save a quarter, and that quarter, the whole intent is you start with 25 cents, then 50, 75, $1, and it continues to increase. The point is to save an extra $344, and I'm going to put this $344 into investing. So I have $4. I'm going to add some change. We'll do $5 and $6 and 50 cents is what we are going to fill in today. $6.50. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 50. I currently purchase both dividend stocks and I play bounces. So I haven't decided which one this one's going to help support, if it's going to go into dividend stocks or whether it's going to get set to the side for me to be able to play bounces and have that extra money so that I can buy when it's low and sell when it gets a little higher. But love that I am moving in the right direction of filling in more and more of these blocks. All right, so I'm also a little frugal. I know, shame on me, right? But I am. I try to be very conservative with some of my funds. One of them is even, I put some of my money into Ziploc baggies. Yeah, I know. Sorry, that's still loud. So just trying to think of a way to save money and things that don't cost me a whole lot. My envelopes, oh, I lost my cap, there it is. My envelopes, though I say they didn't cost me anything, they did. They cost me ink. And I don't know about your kind of printer, but my kind of printer, sometimes ink just gets really expensive. So I try to be frugal where I can so that I can spend it on the things that I want to later. So there's my investing. Now we're going to go to my next 52-week savings challenge, and this is 50 cents, where it increases by 50 cents every time. So let's see how much we have. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 50. Do I have that? I do. Yay! I am not certain what I am going to pay down. We are really close on paying down my husband's truck. Then we've got an RV. I might put it on the mortgage. I don't know. I have a feeling this is going to take me quite some time. Again, it's trying to squeeze out another $689 in my budget. Still don't have that in my budget right now, but that's okay. Even if this takes me 2 years to get, I'm all right with that because I am moving in that right direction. And by then, I guarantee my husband's truck will definitely be paid off. All right, so let me grab my change real quick. If you don't have funds or ink in order to get make your own envelopes, guys, Ziploc baggies or sandwich baggies are a great way to start. Years and years and years ago, I did 52-week savings challenges for each of my kids for Christmas, and I actually took the piece of paper, folded it up, and stuck it inside the bag, and I also stuck the money in the bag too, so I knew who it was for. Money fits perfectly flat inside of a sandwich baggie, so if you need to be frugal until you can afford nicer envelopes or nicer containers, whatever it is, guys, there's nothing wrong with starting frugal and then working your way up to having all of those really expensive things. I do not believe you should go into debt in order to have cute things. All of those 2 savings challenges go into a Dollar Tree container that I got a while back, just something I thought that was cute, and I've decided to repurpose it from what it originally was used for. So let me stuff that in here, debt pay down, and moving on. All right, next 52-week savings challenge is my Christmas savings challenge. Now this one, I am trying really, really, really hard to complete these stuff because I need that $1,378. I did a budget analysis on what I spent last Christmas between gifts, shipping, packaging for everything, food. We spent that $1,300. So if I can have it going into Christmas, it'll make it so much easier. So we've got 20, 40, 50, 55, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64. All right, so let's do some quick math. 64, my highest is 51. What does that leave me with? 13, and I do have a 13, yay! So we will do 51, 20, 40, 50, 1, and then that 13, 10, 15, or 5, 10, 11, 12, 13. All right, yes, I have to break it up so that I can talk and still remember what it is I'm shading in. So that Christmas, oh, that's too close. We're gonna have to change. We'll go with some yellow. Well, yeah, we'll do yellow. So Christmas, I know I need fully funded. Again, trying to make my budget work for me and be able to pull out that $1,300 throughout the year instead of waiting until it creeps up on Christmas time and I have to have it now. So taking this savings challenge as a priority of completely funding. Now, I should probably intentionally set aside $52, $53, $106. I should probably set aside $106 every month, but I think this is more fun instead, and definitely makes this a little bit more enjoyable, and I will know eventually where I'm lacking and what needs to get filled in immediately, but trying to definitely mark off those high values. So now that I've organized it to shade in, let's unorganize it. Again, another Budget Mom envelope. This is her Christmas one. So stick some more money in there. Now, I have seen where people stick extra inside of those envelopes. I am not doing that. The goal is just to save that $1,378, not, you know, unless something changes. Maybe if I get monetized on YouTube, maybe then I will put extra in instead of just 13. Maybe I'd put in 15, maybe 51, maybe I'd put in 55. But right now, budget-wise, I don't have that, and I really want to make sure that I get to that $1,378. So up next is home improvement. These are some cute puzzle pieces that I found online. Again, the purpose for this is to get new French doors. We are in desperate need of French doors and trying to start somewhere. Now, I actually have, because this is not a priority, I've been putting ones in a little here and a little there. Alphabetically, home improvement came, and it's turn, excuse me, all of a sudden I can't speak. Home improvement is one of my sinking funds that I have anyways, and when it came up alphabetically that it was supposed to get its $10, it got a $10 bill. So these $3 actually are going to stay in my savings challenge envelope because I can't stuff them, because each puzzle piece for me is worth $10. So we're going to shade in another puzzle piece, and then stuff my home improvement. This is going to be $700. I don't see that coming out of the budget this year. Again, this one's probably going to take a little bit of time. I also think my doors are going to cost me more than $700, but that's all right. Maybe by then, maybe by the time I get this done, we'll have a different project around the house and use that $700 on it instead. And then I just absolutely loved the puzzle pieces, so I kept them and to do an alphabet challenge. And of course I'm not doing alphabet challenge correctly. Each letter is supposed to be worth a dollar amount. Instead, I have each puzzle piece is worth $5. So the goal is to save $545. Again, I was doing ones just like my home improvement challenge, so this is going to go to the side. And I can't stuff it while it's over there, so that's not too funny. I instead am, again, the $10. This is for my daughter's wedding. I do have a sinking fund specifically for it, so alphabetically when it was its turn to get its $10, instead of putting it into the sinking fund, instead I put it into the savings challenge. So I need to shade in 2 blocks because each one is worth $5. Now my sweet pea, let's start by saying that I know $545 is a drop in a bucket when it comes to planning a wedding. My sweet pea is currently not even engaged, so I'm not too concerned that this isn't getting stuffed a whole lot, but I figured I should go ahead and start somewhere, and this is a fun way to save for her wedding. And then it has a cute little envelope, so let's stuff that in there, and then moving on. And then I have a holiday challenge. The holiday challenge changes with each season. I did a really good job last holiday challenge, which was for, I almost said 4th of July, which was for February Valentine's Day, and I fully funded it. And now I am in the process of working on my Easter savings challenge. So let's see how much we have. 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, $20 to put into Easter. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're gonna have to piece this out. Oh, I forgot the markers, guys. I have no idea where my markers are. Are they in this container? Looky there. First guess and I got it. All right. So I think I said $5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I did. Oh, I don't need that color. I need pink. So we don't do a whole lot for Easter, but I would like to know that all of it is covered and taken care of. This actually is a coloring page I found online. It's a rather old one. It's from firstpalette.com, and the copyright on it says 2016, so it definitely is not anything new, but I thought it was pretty, and that it would be fun to color in Easter eggs. I believe if I color all of them in, they will be like $60-something. But I have decided to, of course, change things up because, well, why not? And all of a sudden I can't talk and color this one in. I have decided to change things up, and instead of coloring all of them, I'll color the majority of them. And I think without the petals, I think it was like $40-something. So definitely looking forward to saving that for Easter. Oh, I was talking about how we don't do much for Easter. We have one left in the home. He is not too into Easter egg hunting, at least he won't admit to it secretly. I think he likes it. So we don't do a whole stinking lot, but to have an Easter basket full of goodies for him and an Easter bunny for my husband, because although he is the grown adult, you know he still loves his Easter bunny. His favorite story to tell about Easter bunnies is the year his mom got him and his brother ginormous Easter bunnies, and it ruined him on sweets. Can you imagine that? It ruined him on sweets. He now goes through phases where he's not too interested in chocolate, and then all of a sudden he will go on a chocolate binge, and about halfway into it he's like, yeah, I'm done. And it is the funniest thing how he gets a sweet tooth, sweeter than mine, and then it is gone faster than it appeared. So we also have grands, so it'll be nice to buy them a little bit of extra as well for their Easter, because they will come over. If I have any funds left after this is all spent on the things that I need to get for Easter, it will roll into the next holiday, which I think I've decided is going to be 4th of July for us. If it's something else for you, that's great, but I think it's going to be the 4th of July for us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The next holiday for us will be Easter. Not Easter, will be 4th of July that we will stuff money into. I'm going to need to turn this. We don't do anything. Let's see, April is Easter. April, May, Mother's Day. I'm not going to set anything aside for it. Memorial Day, Cinco de Mayo. We don't do anything for any of those days. So instead, we are going to take whatever is left over from this and put it into 4th of July. We typically don't do purchase a lot for 4th of July. As a matter of fact, I can't even tell you the last time we did, but that's because fireworks and sparklers and all that other stuff, they're expensive. So can you tell I've been thinking about this for a while? I've actually been thinking how neat it'll be to be able to have money to buy stuff for 4th of July. Give our youngest something special to look forward to instead of just watching some fireworks. Maybe we can chip in and get some fireworks. I think he'll absolutely love that. And then as the holidays roll through, anything that is left after Thanksgiving will go into finishing off my Christmas fund. So we'll go 4th of July. After 4th of July, I will set money aside for Halloween. After Halloween, we'll set money aside for Thanksgiving. And then after Thanksgiving, anything left will automatically go into that $1 savings challenge for Christmas. If by chance my Christmas is fully funded at that time, different story. Instead, I will start saving for next year and possibly looking at going ahead and starting saving for Valentine's Day all over again, because I thought that was fun to do. All right, so what we have, $5 more? $5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so let's see. I think we'll run down the whole thing and just do a combination. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, we'll just count it out as we go. We're gonna stripe this different colors. But just trying very hard to make sure I've got that little bit of extra for each of those holidays without breaking my budget down the line. Never want to do that. I've done that for many years. This year I've decided I'm done doing that. I want something different, and for me that different is savings challenges and intentional sinking funds that grow intentionally so that I can, sorry, I couldn't trace that line and talk, so that I can make sure that I am not last minute, where in the world is that money going to come from? I've really enjoyed being able to go and purchase Valentine's Day stuff and knew that I didn't have to worry about where all of that money was coming from. I didn't spend a lot. I think I saved like 20 something dollars. Almost missed it. I think I saved like 20 something dollars. That's okay. It wasn't a whole lot, but you know what? I even had a little left over that started my Easter savings off a little bit better. And just that nice comfort feeling. So if you are feeling stressed about a holiday coming up or an event you know is coming up, I suggest you start intentionally saving for it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And with a purpose. I don't believe in just saving random willy-nilly, but for a intentional reason. So I also have a cash savings challenge where every month I change up what I am doing to save a little bit of money. I couldn't figure out for the life of me for a while, well, I couldn't figure out for a little while what I was going to save that for. I've decided that my husband and I actually will be married 25 years next year, and that's what I'm going to put all of that money into, is towards our 25th anniversary. So that'll be kind of exciting. So back to this. This is my cute little Easter. Again, another budget envelope. And then stuff in my 5s and all of my 1s. And moving, yay! Because I'm, like I said, because I'm not going to color in, I'm going to leave them more like daisies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then maybe 11, so like $10, and I think I'm going to be fully funded because I'm not going to do the petals after all and make them look like daisies. So that is my Easter challenge. And then we come into my Save 2022 and 2022. This is going into my 1 month ahead, so I am being very intentional on how this money gets put in. Honestly, I made this inside of, I think, Word or Google Docs, I don't remember, and that's just their little ribbon, and then I put random numbers inside of it, copied and pasted, so that it totaled up $2,022. And then I wrote down a little track sheet for myself so I could keep up with what I have and haven't stuffed, so that as I put money to the side, I could actually track what each of the dollars was going to go into, because for me, that's something that I feel is important. So I know that I've got 100, I'm going to do a 50, I'm going to do a 35, a 25, and then my 1 just kind of stays in there. It's going to be towards my 22 when I make it to that point, or maybe if I end up with 5 1s one day, maybe it'll just be another 5. So don't know exactly, but keeping this in here. So we're going to reorganize these to the side so that I know who's getting stuffed. So let's find 100 on here. Now the hardest part for me is finding the values, just because they are in no particular order at all. I, again, decided to be a little frugal on exactly how I stuff these. I also like to track them on here. So I found a little Tupperware container I had in the house. I loved all of those Most Amazing Beautiful 100 Envelope Savings Challenge card holders. I didn't have the money to go buy one of those because I've spent it on ink instead. So I took a Tupperware container, put a sticker on the front of it so I knew what it was for. I probably had some cuter what is that called, cardstock. Decided not to use it. Index cards for me work just fine. I have plenty of them, so I folded them in half, and they now house my money. After I color it, I stuff it, it goes to the back, and then I pick the next one to color in. So 20, 35, there we go. So just trying to mind my money, not let it be spent in ways that I don't want it to spend, and still have something that I'm okay with. I wish that my little envelope holder was much cuter. It's not. I'm okay with that. I'll get over it. So 35. And when I know I have the money, then I will splurge and probably make one for myself, just because there are some absolutely gorgeous ones out there I have seen, and this is definitely not gorgeous. All right, up next is 25. There you are. And we're just going to keep sticking with that green. Yeah, we'll stick with green again. Because as I said earlier, I just don't feel the need to spend money I don't have for things. I've done that plenty throughout the years, and then always figured out where it needed to come from. One of the things that I have learned to absolutely love and adore about sinking funds is the ability to name every dollar, and that naming of every dollar has helped me tremendously stay in budget and stay focused. And instead of just having a savings, which we do have just a savings, but instead of just having a savings that is, who knows what it's going to be used for. Oh, this came up. Oh, that came up. Oh, we need to spend this. I don't have to worry about that so much now because I've named almost every one of my dollars, and that naming process has given me a lot less anxiety than what I had before, knowing that the garden, I was able to go buy some things for the garden and knew I didn't need to worry about all of it because I had money stashed. So just the enjoying of sinking funds, and now the excitement of all of these savings challenges, I absolutely love. So let me put this in here. Again, I don't put extra money in. I've seen lots of people do that. I don't put extra money in just because it's not in my budget right now. Again, maybe one day if I get extra money, I will start to do that. But until then, really what I'm going to save is $2,022, and just be excited that I have an extra $2,022. So those are all of my savings challenges. Thank you so much for joining me today as I stuffed and colored and shaded and talked about each one of these. If you have not already, please take a second, hit that subscribe button down below, thumbs up, and have a great day. Bye, guys.